My name is Kaveshri Patil. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to have a brief idea about the fixed asset turnover ratio. So let's see what is it. So here is the definition. The fixed asset turnover ratio reveals how efficient a company is at generating the sales from its existing fixed asset. So we will understand what are the fixed assets first. So fixed assets are the assets which are purchased by the company for the long term use, and such assets are not easily convertible into cash. So example like land, equipment, machineries are the examples of fixed assets. So here we compare the net sales to the average fixed assets. So now talking about the formula. So as I earlier said, formula for fixed asset turnover ratio, that is net sales divided by average fixed asset. So here we get the average fixed asset from gross fixed asset minus depreciations. Here we are not calculating the depreciations. Also we are not including intangible assets at the denominator, because intangible assets like trademarks, then patents, franchises, goodwill, copyrights, these assets, because these assets are does not help directly into the production of goods. So what this ratio indicates? So fixed asset turnover ratio, if it is higher, it indicates that effective utilization of investment in fixed assets to generate the sales. And lower fixed asset ratio, what it indicates that a business is over invested in fixed asset. So there is a less revenue generation as compared to the investment into the fixed asset of the company. So fixed asset turnover is calculated annually. It reflects how efficiently company uses its asset to generate revenue for the firm. Then fixed asset turnover ratio is important for the companies having the more capital investment, such as heavy industries, manufacturing industries. Such companies has their higher investment into the fixed assets. So this ratio is very useful for such companies. Now talking about the disadvantage of this ratio. So first disadvantage is it's not useful for the companies with a lower fixed asset investment. So the companies like software and IT companies, they don't have so much of use of this ratio, because they have their investment more of in intangible assets. Then the second disadvantage is when company uses accelerated depreciation, such as the double declining balance method, the amount of a net fixed asset in the denominator of calculation is artificially reduced. It makes turnover appear higher than it should be. So the third disadvantage is companies with cyclical sales might have to witness lower fixed asset turnover ratio. So companies with the cyclical industries, they have their revenue generations according to the economic cycle, so it gets fluctuated according to the economic cycle. So this ratio is also not more of a useful for such industries. Right? After understanding or having a brief idea about the fixed asset turnover ratio, here we are going to calculate the fixed asset turnover ratio through a simple example. So let's see. From the following information of Ashika Limited, calculate the fixed asset turnover ratio. The first given is revenue from the operations during the year, where rupees 60 lakh. Then the second given is fixed asset at the end of the year was 6 lakh rupees. So fixed asset turnover ratio, according to formula, that revenue from the operations divided by average fixed assets. So 60 lakh divided by 6 lakhs, we get the 10 times of the. So this is the fixed asset turnover ratio of that company. So in this video we have understand about what is fixed asset turnover ratio, what is its importance, what are the disadvantages of fixed asset turnover ratio, then how it is useful, and how we can calculate the fixed asset turnover ratio. Thank you so much.